Hey guys, welcome back to Pillbox Movies. I'm Hank, and today we're going to be watching the 2003 French film, The Swimming Pool. This is the 2003 French film, La Piscine, not the 1967 French film, La Piscine. This one is the thriller, not the thriller, and this one's the one directed by François Ozon, not by Jacques Deray. I actually watched La Piscine just this summer. I've been deliberately avoiding spoilers for this movie. I know it's a spoiler movie, unfortunately. I know it's Hitchcock. Warning! For the beginning, this is me, Hank, traveling back in time to warn you, do not watch this video unless you've seen Swimming Pool. This is me from the end of this movie telling you that if you have any inkling, any desire to watch Swimming Pool, and you don't know what happens in it, go watch Swimming Pool. I bring you a message, a fear, a trepidation from the future. Do not spoil yourself by watching this video. Go watch the movie. And François Ozon is a director I've wanted to check out for a long time now. And before we begin, don't forget to click the like button and subscribe if you want to watch more old, obscure, and art house films. Okay, let's watch Swimming Pool. Damn it! This one's Swimming Pool. It's not the Swimming Pool. Frog. Charlotte Rampling. Ludivine Sagnier. Charles Dance. Oh, we're in merry old England. Tourist heavy day. Already more Asian representation than the entire Marvel canon. This is before Ten Rings came out. Are you Samantha Morton, the writer of this? Yeah, I called it. Don't mind me.
Sarah Morton.
Samantha Morton, of course, the Irish, English, Scottish, Welsh actress who was in Mordevin Caller and Minority Report.
I'm not the person you think I am.
I'm not the person you think I am. You know, if this is going to be a mystery or a thriller, that's going to be a key line.
Just keep the momentum going, and we take a short holiday.
Hey, early 2000s suit fittings.
Let me introduce you to Sarah Morton.
Yo, Dance used to be a bit of a chubster back in the 2000s.
Don't look after me anymore.
Besides, you've never had any problems finding inspiration.
A writer
for the
who's feeling
series.
neglected, like every writer that's ever existed.
You didn't like the last one, did you? I knew it. And
That
you
must
haven't had
suck.
the balls
Imagine
to
being
tell
an
me.
editor
Not
for an
true.
entire book
Although
and
I
like
loved the
actually
Orwell
fucking
series
hating
right
it.
from the True, you know very well. I've loved the Orwell series right from the beginning.
As well you might, considering the money they make you.
Do you like France?
I like frog's legs. So what?
My house.
Bristly, Jesus Christ.
It's free. It's out of season. The weather's glorious. There's a swimming pool.
It is a little bit
Maybe
like
I'll
La
come for a
Piscine.
weekend.
That's interesting. La Piscine also is set like at a French villa during the summer season, and this couple is visited by a mutual friend and his daughter, played by an actress who is apparently much beloved in the fashion world and is the mother of Charlotte Gainsbourg. What are those famous handbags? Jane Birkin. Hey, our setups aren't so different. She doesn't have a mouse, though. That's gotta be terrible for her wrists. How does she not have carpal tunnel? Ooh, creepy. All these traces of the daughter there. Or perhaps not. Perhaps a wife. Man, she really didn't bring a mouse? You do you, gal. Yeah, weird. It seems really intentional that they seem to be blocking her going from right to left throughout this movie. So who's going to disrupt that pattern? Oh, look at all that brie!
Bonjour.
Bonjour. Non. Apportez-moi un thé, s'il vous plaît.
Très bien.
She seems like she's, you know, decompressing a bit. This seems like nice. I mean, she meal preps in much the same way that I would. Tomatoes and yogurt. No mouse. Jesus. Crazy lady. Maybe she just doesn't do that much surfing. This is 2004, I guess. She just uses that laptop for typing. Jesus. Curiouser and curiouser. It's gonna be a vibrator. She's killing those keys.
Well, I'm not ready to talk about it right now, but I think it might be quite funny. Anyway, I'm going to wait until I'm sure.
She's gonna kill her editor, and it's gonna be a story in her book.
No, I'm just enjoying the peace and quiet here.
Good.
Yeah. So, when are you thinking of coming?
That was a cool little oneer.
Oh, m'a fait peur. Ah. So your daddy's latest conquest.
Ooh.
You're his daughter?
So what? Didn't he warn you?
Oh, he did.
No. He didn't tell me.
He actually did. Okay. Are you having
Surprised.
memory
he
issues?
On my own, and I'm here to work. Maybe he'll come and visit.
I'm glad he's not here. So, which bedroom did you take?
The one upstairs overlooking the pool?
Of
Of course. That's the best one. Good night. Sarah, right?
Right.
I'm Julie.
Jeune et Julie. Let's watch Jeune et Julie. You can't fault her for taking a bath. Come on. Wow, she's shaved. Of course. As it always is. It's typing way too hard for a laptop. Get a USB keyboard. Man, Charlotte Rampling's got a figure. Wow. I like all these kind of like empty images. We're kind of left to fill it with our imagination and kind of wonder. It kind of lends us into the headspace of Sarah, that she is inferring a lot of meaning into perhaps static images or neutral images. We can already get a sense of how she feels about Julie. Does that not hurt her eyes or anything? Single space? Like, what is that, 8 font?
No,
I was just dozing.
you must be working too hard. You should have a swim in the pool. The water's cold. It'll wake you up.
How's that water cold?
Oh, well, thank you for your advice, but I absolutely loathe swimming pools.
The ocean, the crashing waves, that feeling of danger that you could lose footing at any time and be swept away. Pools are boring. There's no excitement, no feeling of infinity. So, what are you writing?
It's the implication that she's
A
had a
romance
cesarean?
novel?
God, no, I write crime fiction.
Oh yeah, that's how he makes his money. What's this one about?
Murders and a police investigation.
Okay, another guess is
In the
that
Luberon, with rich English tourists.
she's
Listen,
not
if you don't mind, I do have work
she's
to do.
not
Okay,
John's
I'll
daughter,
leave you alone, Miss Marple.
and
to
she's
make some phone
some
calls anyway.
stranger squatting. I don't know what kind of like branch that kind of plot would lead to though. Charlotte. Your reputation.
Listen, Julie, I'm going to be frank with you. I need peace and quiet to concentrate.
But if you prefer, I
don't prefer anything. I just want to work on my book in peace.
Fine. It's too bad, though, because I just bought loads of nice food. I guess I have to eat my foie gras all alone.
It's all right. Keep a strict regiment of yogurt and tomatoes. They do find interesting ways to frame Julie in the space to make her kind of like either like imposing or like a gnat. She's just like framed like slightly bigger or, always in the periphery. Whereas Charlotte Rampling as Sarah's kind of made to feel small in the space. Fretting or neurotic. She's made to look kind of like enclosed and entrapped in the space. My girl, just make friends with her. Your personality is weird. Jesus Christ. Just be nice. It isn't like an interesting aspect to her character, though, that she could probably afford all these things, but it's within her personality to be stingy and to want to steal, and this is just her small, mean way, petty way to regain control, regain what she perceives as equity or dominance in the relationship.
Mais non, il y a la vieille qui dort au-dessus.
Oh wow, that's every guy I've ever seen a girl date. Of course, the snakeskin shoes. Very good, nice little detail. Okay, Sarah, you're worrying me just a little bit. Look how tight her lips are pursed. A little bit of the conformist going on. I like it. And I like that Julie, kind of like unknowingly, having set up in the living room, she thinks she's not trying to impose, not take up an upstairs space, but she's like occupied the central, like the heart of the entire house. And there's no way that, in Sarah's mind, she feels like she can navigate within it without encountering Julie. Yeah, this is really about like they're finding really creative ways, subtle ways to kind of build up this tension of Sarah building up a lot of animosity in her mind. Encounters information, just keeps on feeding into her from the periphery. She keeps hearing voices, she keeps hearing noises, she sees Julie out of the corner of her eye, and this hatred is building up. It's like ramping up based on things that she's like perceiving in her mind, the way she's filling out the story.
Oui. Vous êtes de la région?
Oui, de la coste à côté. Vous connaissez? Ça, c'est vraiment magnifique.
I can show it to you sometime.
Je vous laisse terminer.
And how much smaller she's framed now that she's back in this house. Yeah, just small little tricks to like make it seem like, to like get into her headspace and make it seem like her space is being encroached upon. Like even if she's the largest thing in frame, there's just like some way in which Julie being framed within the same frame, being placed within the same frame, will displace her from the center, will displace her from a position of power and focus. And I love how huge, how enormous Julie is on the screen when she's on her own. She's just like eating up every inch of the frame. She's made to look like such a fucking menace, despite not doing really anything too monumentally bad. Oh, she likes it just a little bit. You're killing your laptop by typing so hard. And we got the slow pan of the camera, I guess in some way suggesting the lines being typed out, like on a typewriter. It's a nice little detail with a little butterfly.
You know what? You're just a frustrated English woman who writes about dirty things but never does them. You can shove your uptight
All about
morals
that
up
life.
your ass.
Dude, just go out with the guy at the cafe. Charlotte Rampling gives like an exquisite performance of just like being irrationally upset about everything around her. Okay, you don't need to actually like handle it. What's up with those page margins? What the hell? How close is she to the page break? Girl, you are... Okay, this is going a little bit weird. Just like a writer to feel entitled to the details and secrets of other people's lives. Good for you, Sarah. This is not an intrusion in any way whatsoever. As long as it contributes to what you perceive as your art, which is just a commercial venture, but okay. I'm glad you're able to exercise these feelings of resentment that have been building up towards this 19-year-old girl by revealing the intimate details of her life in your fucking commercial fiction. Hey, Charlotte. You haven't missed a step. This like vertical framing of the men is just like, ay. No, not Marcel. That black eye is not a good portent.
I was worried when you didn't come home.
The way she
You're gonna tell my
fascinates
daddy.
and fixates on her body
Yes, maybe I will.
is just insane. Charlotte, please.
Julie,
Yes.
would you like to go out to dinner tonight?
Yes.
I see the waiter isn't here tonight.
Franck?
Maybe, I don't know his name.
It's Franck, a boy from Lacoste.
You seem to know just about everyone here.
Well, of course. I spent my whole childhood here.
But not with John.
He abandoned us, my mother and I.
Oh, that's also kind of like the friend in La Piscine. He was like estranged from his daughter until recently. Although the daughter in La Piscine is like really, really different from Julie.
What about your mother? Is she French?
Yeah,
Where does she live?
in Nice.
I was angry with you. Well, actually, I was angry at John for not really telling me about you. Or
It's
her.
like part of the
He's the
charm
one you're interested
or the
in.
command that
When
Charlotte
someone keeps an
Rampling
entire
as an
part of
actress
their life
commands.
secret from you,
She's
it's
like
frightening.
allowed to create such an unlikable character
Deny that I want
because
But don't count on
I
me
don't
to
know
tell
if
you
you know her well enough, or at least if you could see what she's doing on screen,
not
you as an
asking
audience member can
anyone
trust that
anything.
she's
Yeah, sure.
maybe not going to lead you
Maybe
to a
then you don't get
place
back
of
and see you
redemption,
hoping I tell you some things
but
about
that
my
she's going to
father.
lead you to somewhere
Actually,
interesting
I'm more
with the
interested
character.
in your mother.
I was crazy about him. I wanted him to take me, but I was too fast for him. He wrote to me for a year, but I never wrote back. He asked me to marry him. Stupid, I
And
know,
this
with
is
his kids,
a
but
cool
it
take.
made me cry.
When we're getting this info dump
It was the
from
first time
Julie,
anyone-
we're focused on Sarah. This
I'm
is
sorry
all
I'm
about
boring you with my story.
how she kind of absorbs information, how she perceives it, how she integrates it.
With what?
What happened to your eye?
I just want to like comment, like, there's like the sneaking suspicion for this kind of narrative that the tables are going to be turned in some way. They are undoubtedly. I have no qualms about that. But the way you kind of like construct it in your head is that Julie is going to be hiding something and is going to turn the tables, is going to be an active participant in the same kind of like mendaciousness and deceit that Sarah's participating in, and that it's going to be a kind of like two tricksters going up against each other. But I think contrary to that, right now what I'm seeing Ozon build up is that for the most part Julie is actually pretty forthcoming and very simple, honest kind of character, and these suspicions about her deceitfulness, about her wiliness or or whether or not she might be manipulative or a fox in sheep's clothing, they're all kind of, in addition to being projections of the genre itself, are projections on the part of Sarah's character and this kind of intense gaze and perception that she's kind of pressed on top of the character of Julie.
What was it about exactly?
About her and my father. It was a love story with a happy ending.
Did your mother live in this house?
I want to say that dress is her mom's. How French. Drinking out of a bowl. Have they switched now? Are we going to change perspective? That'd be so strange to do halfway through the movie. This is weird. We're changing perspective. I wasn't expecting that. I thought we would be locked into Sarah's POV this entire movie. It's like Freaky Friday. Is that egg going to be used to kill somebody? And again, with the suggestion, we don't get to hear or see what she's reading. We have to fill it in with our own imagination and our own fright.
Julie, are you here?
Some sensible shoes Sarah's got. Sensible. What the fuck?
I'd like you to meet a friend of mine who's come for a drink.
On va pas aller vous effrayer.
Ouais, des polars. Alors fais attention à toi. Could you make us a drink, Sarah? I go get some weed in my room.
Yeah, so I guess we have turnabout is fair play. Julie is plotting now.
Cette fois, c'est vous qui m'y servez.
I suppose in some circles that might be construed as a pickup line.
Olivier de Sarah.
Olivier de Sarah.
Alors, de quoi ça parle?
Je ne parle jamais d'un livre avant qu'il est terminé. Et en anglais, Dorwell, Where's a Kilt?
Quoi? Qu'est-ce que ça veut dire?
Dorwell porte un kilt. Trop fort le titre.
Cringe. There's no other word for it. This makes me cringe. It's embarrassing.
Je vais vous laisser parce que vous avez des choses.
Oh, please stay for a while.
Okay.
And then kind of like a reversal of the way that Sarah was like kind of commanding the interaction with Julie on the previous outing. Now Sarah's being like dominated in frame by Julie and Franck. look at Sarah's look at her posture. She's just so crammed up and awkward, and I like totally relate. This is how I imagine my friend Rob dances. They dress very, very similarly. Charlotte. Amazing. Amazing characterization. Oh my gosh. Like a real life monk. Just like so awkward and strange. Antisocial. Frank's got some moves. Just all up on his boner.
Cette fois, c'est bonne nuit. Bonne nuit, Julie.
Sweet dreams.
She's gonna ride that egg so hard. I love this smoking habit she's taken up. Roommates are hard. I gotta say.
Attends. Arrête, je te dis.
Pourquoi tu te casses? Mais reste.
Ta gueule.
Mais reste,
Mais dégage, je te dis.
When this movie goes for the hard cuts, it goes for them. Jesus. I'm put in such a weird headspace watching this movie. It's been quite literal this entire time so far, but there's just like you find yourself within the headspace of characters for so long. You're just like trapped in the mind of Sarah, thinking her thoughts, feeling her same feelings, that like it's hard to know when like the film might devolve into some sort of flight of fancy, some sort of insane, delirious dream or speculation. Oh God. And because we spend so much time in Sarah's head, you're like able to build so much out of like mountains out of a molehill.
Qu'est-ce qu'il y a? Oui. Mais Franck n'est pas venu ce matin.
Like, because we're in Sarah's head, we're like, you're like, I'm like, is it because Sarah was high that night? Is it because she was drunk that she just doesn't, she couldn't possibly know what Julie had done, what she had done that night, what Frank had done? Like, really, really, you know, in normal life, you get drunk and you get high. It doesn't necessarily affect your memory that bad when you're in such a neurotic headspace.
Here on the tiles.
All these things get like accentuated.
Mine, I cut myself earlier.
Like when she threw that stone out, did it really just hit the water, or might it have hit somebody? Might it have hit Frank?
Y a quelqu'un?
Oui?
Je cherche à joindre votre mari. J'ai besoin de lui parler.
Je ne suis pas mariée.
Vous connaissez Julie?
Oui? Elle est jolie.
Vous avez le numéro de sa mère? C'est très important.
Her mother's dead.
La maman de Julie est morte.
This is kind of an interesting construction.
Dites-vous?
This is
C'est un
actually
accident.
this is a similar kind of construction as Eyes Wide Shut. It's like
Hello, could I speak to John Boslow, please? It's Sarah Morton.
like one night of like an explosive or earth-shifting event.
Well, where is he?
And then the fallout of it the day after, where you're like waking from a nightmare, waking with a hangover, waking up with the after effects of feeling high, and the world just seems so oddly displaced and somehow newly sinister. This is why you should never go on 24-hour runs. Take a little nap, refresh yourself, and don't do things impulsively. I'm delighting in this headspace of, it's like just living in this paranoid head of Sarah is just it's so much fun. She's so fucking paranoid.
Tu m'avais abandonné. Merci, maman. Maman.
Julie, I'm not your mother.
It's like living in like like an Otto Preminger film or a John Frankenheimer. Just living in these like in this incredible paranoid headspace, or Alan Pakula.
Julie? Yeah? You must tell me the truth. I need to know.
I think I killed him. For you. For the book.
Are you done?
Yeah.
Ready?
Have they introduced a
up behind.
furnace? Okay, they're just gonna
Good,
bury
you
him.
found them. Come on, start digging.
And now you're worried about, is this girl crazy? Because Marcel's daughter fed the line that her mother died from an accident.
I'm so tired.
And Julie has Julie set
Not
up
surprising.
Sarah
It's tiring to kill a
to
man.
frame her for the murder of Franck. Was she like a devious mastermind this entire time? If so, I mean, that would be like neat. That like fits very well. I don't know how satisfying it is. We'll see. Surprise me.
Your book could be used as evidence.
Okay. The coil is writing tighter.
Did you read
Is
it?
wrapping around tighter now.
Are you going back to London?
Not straight away. That would look suspicious.
Why are you helping me, Sarah? I don't know.
I mean, you're helping her because it makes you feel
Arrest me?
makes
You
you
do
feel
exactly
good
as I say.
to
don't
feel
think
like
there'll be
you've
any
solved a puzzle.
And why should I believe you? Because you write about murders in your books?
Absolutely.
This is like her arrogance. Just gonna discover the body. Maybe not bury him like on the grounds. No, just a thought.
Marcel! Marcel!
Took a turn I wasn't expecting, I have to say. Full on. Charlotte, you're looking terrific. I don't know how old you were in 2004, but great. Great maintenance. Charlotte. Oh my god. Looking great for your age. Absolutely. No notes. Oh, I love that. La 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 la.
A friend of mine has some work for me in this restaurant.
It's possibly for the best.
Yo, why they keep framing this egg?
Julie,
Yeah.
how did you get that scar on your stomach?
Is that for your book?
Yes.
Fucking writer.
A car accident.
Good luck.
Who was she?
So, like, what would Julie have done if Sarah just, like, you know, fucking grassed on her? I mean, she was counting on months, weeks of data indicating that Sarah's a pompous douchebag and would have helped her in a conflated sense of ego, but I don't know, she could have just reported her.
Sarah. I don't really know why I'm doing this. But after everything that happened between us, it seems like the right thing to do.
That's interesting. I mean, she knows that Sarah's a thief.
I've read it. I don't know what to say.
Didn't like it, did you?
I don't think writing about feelings is your strong suit.
Oh, wow.
So what's your advice? Should I burn it?
Oh, God, you're so melodramatic. No.
Just pump it up.
But for the benefit of your career, I don't think we should publish it.
Oh, yeah. Just, like, leave it. Yeah, it could be like salt.
Well, think of your audience.
Taste of salt. The,
Precisely what I thought.
Come on, you can do better than this, Sarah.
Actually, I don't think I can. I think this is the finest piece of work I've done in a bloody long time.
The
Books I knew in
the
advance that you wouldn't
the book that inspired Carol.
my own hands. And I've given you a surprise. I've signed with Barkin. Unlike you, they love the book.
The Price of Salt?
Why couldn't you have told me?
There are a few things that you couldn't tell me.
Wow!
Goodbye, Debbie.
Bye-bye, Sarah.
Hi.
Hello, Julia. How are you?
Is my father around?
Yeah, I'll tell him you're here.
That's interesting.
He'll be out shortly.
Thanks, Abby. How's school? Boring.
So it's all just been a book that she was writing. That is interesting. Okay, that's better than what I thought it was going to be. I'm glad for it. This didn't turn out to be a story of, you know, kind of like women devouring women. Julie was the Tyler Durden all along. Cool. Oh, I'm getting chills, and she's wearing the dress. I like this slow-mo. Just like slightly off with the crank speed. Ooh, and I like that they're out of sync now. Interesting. I'm scared. Interesting. You gotta love it. Yeah. I what I'm getting is that she's created this kind of avatar of Julie to kind of, in the Travis Bickle kind of way, needs and desires she has that she whether because of her age or her standing or her relationship with her publisher and whatnot, feels she can't properly articulate. I kind of like the in terms of some of the mirroring going on. They do that a lot with the one scene of the one night of like revelations of them going out for dinner together, where they keep on switching the sides that the two characters are on, that they constantly mirror each other with that Julie is mirroring Sarah with her writing, and Sarah's mirroring Julie with her writing, and the ambiguity as to whether or not Sarah is actually her mother. That's also an interesting interpretation in terms of if Sarah's playing like a mother figure in this, that maybe Julie and perhaps even Julia, but let's go with the first one first. If Sarah's like the metaphorical mother, then of Julie, Julie could represent kind of the her like career, her writing career that's been forged together with John, but it's kind of like dysfunctional and like not like receiving his proper care or sustenance because John is like a neglectful father and all that, and that's kind of like paralleling his like neglect of Sarah's own career, and she feels stagnated as a result. And swimming pool and Julie represents the kind of work that she wants to do, and so her duty as the mother and as the caretaker is to try and extricate herself from this relationship, and take back full control of this character of Julie, and of her own creative and of her own kind of creative will or creative path. Yeah, I really liked it. Oh man, I really liked it. I really loved being in Sarah's head for so long. That sounds like a weird thing to say because she's so frustrating and she's so mean and cruel and petty and self-righteous, but being in that kind of paranoid headspace, being in that creative block, that desire to kind of like, and that frustration and that desire to kind of overtake your own feelings of mutability, of discardedness, of feeling unappreciated and unnecessary. I think that was a fair representation of what we feel in real life, and in a way, this movie was much more cathartic than I thought it would be. We do feel like, I do feel frustrated in life, and I do feel displaced, and I do channel it out in the wrong ways, and living in this kind of paranoid, delirious state was a fascinating way to kind of channel those feelings of frustration and kind of sublimate them at the end. This was really, really good. This was really, 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 really good. I'm so glad I didn't know the end to this, and I'm so glad they didn't go with the route of Julie just being a manipulator. This was a strangely like edifying and empowering and non-toxic kind of movie in a genre suffused with toxicity, in a genre that's like so indulgent in like the worst traits in human beings and our like baser instincts and our most like prejudicial kind of impulses and desires. This movie played on a lot of negative human emotions and came out of it in a really therapeutic manner, in a really kind of creative, generative, like artful manner. Yeah, that was Swimming Pool. That was really good. Wow. And I'm really happy I watched this now. I think I would have gotten something from it in 2003, but just approaching this from a lot more life experience, a lot more, whatever, but like closer to knowing and feeling some of the things that Charlotte Rampling's character, that Sarah, knows and feels. This didn't feel so much like just a meta kind of mystery to me. This felt like a real interpretation of genuine feelings of displacement and inhibition we can feel as human beings. This is great. Check out Swimming Pool. Warning! So, go watch the movie, and then come back, and end of the time jump. If you enjoyed this, click the like button and subscribe for more old, obscure, and art house films. And until next time, keep watching good movies. Wow.